So hello everybody and welcome to the Frontendart session. So we are still waiting for a couple of people to join. But in the meantime, let me introduce myself. I'm Árpád Beszédes. And soon I will be handing over to my colleague Tibor Bakota and also the third person from the company who is joining for this meeting or this session is Béla Szűcs. So since we have a very short time for this session, so I would like to start. And Tibor, please, could you say a few words about the company?
Of course, thank you, and welcome you all in this breakout room of Frontendart. My name is Tibor Bakota. I am the CEO of the company. And as you might have already heard, we are today inviting you for a little game, and hopefully you will enjoy it and we will together have some fun. I also wanted to introduce my colleagues, but Árpád already did that. But let me repeat it once again. Árpád Beszédes, she is the head of our testing department, and Béla Szűcs, who is also with us today. He is the head of sales department in our company. Before we jump into it, I would like to spend a few words, and only just a few words, to introduce ourselves, because some of you might have not heard about us yet. And therefore, just very briefly, in a nutshell, I would like to give a brief introduction. So our company, we like to call ourselves the expert in software quality. But our main focus is not on testing, but on static source code analysis, as you will see it in the upcoming few slides. Our company was founded in 2001 by a few academic researchers at the University of Szeged, Software Department of the University of Szeged. And the ground for founding this company was a project that was initiated by Nokia from Helsinki, who reached out to us and asked us to develop a static source code analyzer tool for C++. At that time, they were developing their single platform S60. You might have heard of that, and they wanted to have a tool that was capable of doing some static source code analysis and reverse engineering for their code base. And we realized the opportunity lying in this static source code analysis, and therefore we jumped onto this opportunity. And starting from this point, we started to work and deal with static source code analyzer tools. At the moment, currently, we have around 35 employees. Our headquarters is in Szeged, but we have subsidiaries in Budapest as well. Our employees range from PhD people having PhD. We have a lot of developers, testers, project managers, and also we have administration as well. We have two tools, two products. The one that you will be using in this game is called Qualitygate. It is a static source code management system, code quality management system. Actually, it's a software as a service, and it provides some maintainability measurements for the source code based on the result of static source code analysis. And you will be dealing with this tool in the upcoming few minutes. The other tool I wanted to mention is the source meter. This is a static source code analyzer tool. It differs from Qualitygate in the sense that it doesn't have a presentation layer. It just analyzes the source code, extracts different facts from it, and provides the results in a raw textual format. And developers or testers or whoever is using it can obtain these results by other means. Just a few words on our services. Actually, we have three different departments. We have a software development department, as most of the companies of our size in Hungary. We are also doing custom software development. We're very strong in Java, C++, Angular, and mobile development as well. But we have very strong competency in big data technologies. And of course, as almost everyone, we are doing our developments using agile development methodologies. Provided that we are in a software testing conference, of course, we do have a software testing department as well. We are doing everything, almost everything that is related to software testing, starting from manual testing, performance testing, test automation, and everything else that is related to this testing department. And our main department is, to say so, is the source code quality assessment department, where we are dealing with services that analyze source code from our customers, and we provide information about the maintainability and the quality of their software, and we also provide some recommendations how to improve their quality by means of refactoring or changing even the development processes. I think that's all in a nutshell about our company and what we are doing and who we are. And I think it's time to jump into the details of the game that we are inviting you to participate in. And therefore, I will give the word back to Arpad.
Okay, thank you. So again, we would like to use this the flagship product of the company called Qualitygate. So for that, I'm just going to give you a very short overview of 1 minute or so about the main features. So Tibor, could you please stop sharing your screens so that I could? Okay. So I hope you can see my screen, and okay, so as you can see here is the starting page for the Qualitygate product. So there is the link, but I'm going to put all these links into the Attendify chat box, so that you could use it later. And so the main part of this tool is what we call a dashboard. And on the dashboard, if you click on the dashboard, you would see something like this. So all these tiles that you can see in this opening screen are the systems that we are analyzing. So the main concept of the whole code quality management concept is that we are using a big benchmark consisting of thousands of projects from GitHub. And all the measurements that and all the maintainability aspects and defects and all other kinds of quality aspects of the source code of the analyzed system are compared to this benchmark. So, for example, if you see a system like this, and you see one score of 4.7, this means that this is relative to the other systems in the benchmark. So 0 is the worst system, 10 is the best one. So this is a sort of an average system. So as you can see, these are the source code itself is taken from the GitHub repository. But if you're a registered user, you would like to have your own system to be analyzed, of course you could sign up for the analysis, and all the analysis is done within the company, but the results are transferred to our cloud-based system. So I don't want to go through all of these parts, because you would have a chance to look at those by yourself. But very briefly, we are calculating different kinds of metrics, code problems, code duplications, other bad smells related to copy-paste problems. And also an interesting feature is that we can even find issues related to developer productivity using this item here, and also there is some AI-based code advisor. Talk a little bit about the game that we are here. So what you would need to do is that I'm going to provide you a login information. So we created a couple of so-called private analysis. Actually, there are two systems. So the systems are open source system taken from GitHub. They are very simple, small ones. You could look at the GitHub repository if you want at this point. Both are online systems, like the online Java-based system. One is this some kind of a bookstore, and the other one is some diary management system. You could do some items here, and also similar in the bookstore. So very basic, some database oriented systems. And what you could do with Qualitygate is that when you click on these links here, open branch details, for example, let's see the online bookstore. On this left-hand side, you could see an overall qualification consisting of different components, like the rate of code duplicates. So this is relatively good in that aspect, but relatively bad in terms of coding issues, because as you will find out, there are quite many coding problems that you could access through these menu items. I'm not going to show this for you because this is also part of the game to find out about how to discover these issues. So what we're thinking is to so your task would be to find any kind of code related bugs on different levels. So there are certain vulnerabilities in the system that we know that could be exploited. So we tried some of these out. So there are some very serious ones, and also some runtime errors, but there are also some less serious bugs, defects in the system. And also there is this set of coding warnings, like related to some best practices, things like that. And also there are parts of the system that are really, I would say, like nasty, so very complex, consisting of including many like coding issues, bugs, and all the metrics are bad, so which would need to be refactored. So the task would be so the challenge is what kind of defects or bugs could you find in these systems, any of the two systems. And remember, as we think, also a very poorly maintainable system could also be seen as a defect, which might not be visible to the user as a runtime error, but is a very a big problem for the developers themselves. So also you could, as part of this game, locate these kinds of maintainability issues, and not only very serious ones. So if you're really like a hacker or would like to demonstrate your skills, you could use these two systems as I showed to you, and I'm going to share these links soon in the chat box. You could demonstrate the vulnerabilities if you exploit. So you find some vulnerabilities using the Qualitygate dashboard. And if you demonstrate it, that's great. So that would be the ultimate solution for this challenge. But as I said, also the other less serious issues could also be interesting for our purposes. So how would you need to send the solutions? Well, very simply, just drop you an email. My email address is in the chat room, or will be in the chat room, or also you could send me a private email with a private message using this sorry, what's the name of the system? Anyway, so any kind of private message that would be fine. And yeah, so happy exploring. If you have any questions related to the system, either you could ask them. We have a couple of more minutes still in this session, or this whole session, this chat room will be open. So you could also use that platform to ask your questions. And yeah, so in the remaining time, if you have any questions, you could ask them. But maybe I'm going to click here and there just to show you some parts. How you could also see some code parts. It's related to the GitHub system. So everything works online. Yeah, so that would be very briefly. I don't know if Tibor or Bela, if you have anything to add, or we have
Well, I think no, provided that this is actually running in parallel with the lunch break, I think we do not want to waste more time on this. You will find all the information in the chat room of this breakout room of Frontendart, and we will provide all the credentials and login information and everything else that you need to know in order to participate in this game of ours. And just a few more words about when are we going to present the results, or what will be the outcome of this whole game. Karpi, can you tell us a few words on that?
Yeah, so the idea is very simple. So tomorrow on the closing session at 4, if I'm not wrong, we will announce the winners. And yeah, so what we prepared for the, I would say like the best solution, or yeah, it also depends on many aspects what you treat as a best solution. So anyway, we would like to give away a prize of 1 year subscription to this service, to the Qualitygate service.
Okay, that's great. So unless there are any questions, I think we can wrap it up. If anyone has anything to add or say or ask, you can, I think, unmute yourself and ask the question now, right now. At least I hope it works.
So there are some questions on the Attendify platform. Let me see. Oh, there are too many questions to answer in this like 2 minutes. Yeah, so we will answer these on the chat room because we don't have time to answer these right now. Okay, so anyway, I'm just copying the credentials for this for the bug hunting game. So there is the link, and you could use the login information and the password, and also the URLs of the two testing to these two systems. There it is. And also just to help you a little bit with your solution, here is a text that I prepared for you that you could maybe use for your solution when you're writing the email.
And we promise that we will answer all the questions that come up in this chat room of Attendify. Okay, then I think it's time for lunch, and I hope you will all enjoy this game of ours that we are proposing. Thank you for coming, and have a nice day.
Thank you for joining.
Bye-bye.
Bye.